Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So tonight we are making the vegetarian lettuce wraps that I was shopping for these ingredients in my vlog fail earlier. That video should be up. Um, so I kind of prepped everything because this is going to be just a step-by-step. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me cut all of this up and whatever. So I kind of already did all the prep work. So I have a half of a large onion here, squash, zucchini, and carrots. I have baby Bella mushrooms over here, and then I have a red, orange, and yellow pepper over here, and I've already gutted them. So the prep for this is just basically just that right there, and then obviously, with the carrots, peeling the carrots. And then the rice noodles that I use, I'll show you. The rice noodles that I got, you want to put those in cold water for 2 to 4 hours. So I've had that going. And then you only have to cook them for a couple of minutes, or boil them, I should say. And then the tofu, I get the extra firm. And I've been told that you basically have to get the extra firm if you're cooking with tofu like this. So this is like the second paper towel wrap I've had it on, and its size has almost cut in half. All the moisture's out of it, so you just want it to look like that. So, and I did that a couple of times. You want to wrap it in the paper towel, and then what I did is I put it on top of the cutting board, and then I put this cutting board on top of that, and then I actually put my crock pot on top of that just to kind of squeeze it down, squeeze all the moisture out. So I did that once for 20 minutes, and then I did it again for another 20 minutes. You probably don't have to do it that long, but I just did. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up all these vegetables, and then I will be back. All right, you guys, so I have the vegetables all diced up here, and now I'm going to dice up the tofu. There it is. So I'm gonna, a lot of the, I've cooked with tofu before. A lot of recipes are like, oh, make it in 1-inch cubes or half-inch cubes, whatever. I'm gonna make this much smaller. Just because of how I'm cooking it and the space that it's going to occupy. So you have to remember it's just going to be in a small lettuce wrap. So I don't want it to be overpowering. I want to be able to add the vegetables and the avocado and the cheese and all that. So I don't want it to be like all tofu. All right. So I cut it up into slices about like that. And then I'm just going to go down the center. I'm literally cubing these the same size as the vegetables just so that it all is the same size and nothing is overpowering one another. So just like that. And then just put it in this bowl. Okay, so cut this. So you're just dicing it, essentially, just like you would any vegetable. And this is really easy with this extra firm. It doesn't fall apart. Very simple. Alright, so I have the tofu all diced up. Got my veggies over here. And I'm going to add, I don't use salt, so I'm going to add some of this accent flavor enhancer to the tofu. So just add some of that. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of black pepper because I love pepper and I just want it in there. Okay, so a little bit of pepper. And then I just use my hands to mix. I just do. My hands are clean. So mix it all up, coat all of the pieces, and we're good to go. So next we are going to saute the vegetables, and then we're going to brown / crisp the tofu. Alright, you guys, so I have my pan heating here, and I always heat the pan before I add the oil. And then over here I have the pan ready for my sauce. Pioneer Woman, of course. Now, I have a recipe for homemade teriyaki sauce, but I'm totally cheating today because I already filmed a vlog all day long. I vlogged all day long, and it was a fail. So I'm cheating. I'm still adding some of my own stuff, but this is the teriyaki sauce that I'm using. Mama Woo. And I got that at Kroger. So anyway, this is heated. So I am just going to add some olive oil. And I added a pretty liberal amount just because I have a lot of vegetables. So swirl it around. Let it heat up a little bit. Okay. So we're letting that go. All right. So then I'm going to add my vegetables into the pan. And there's a lot of them, so that's why I use the deep set pan. It's almost like a wok, just not the same shape. So I have all my vegetables in there. Pioneer Woman, of course. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit just so that the olive oil coats all of the vegetables. And that was the perfect amount of olive oil, honestly. Sometimes I have to add, but that's okay. If you have to add, if you don't add enough olive oil, you can always add more because it will heat up. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to cover it to simmer just so some of the moisture from the vegetables helps it to cook. So I'm just going to put the lid on it. All right. So then for the sauce. So I am literally winging this shit like nobody's business right now. Because why not? So, all right. I am going to start this burner. And yes, I have a propane. We got ourselves a propane. Because we are in an RV. And this is why I really do have to go step by step. Because I really do have limited space. So I'm going to take some of the Mama Woo teriyaki sauce. And this is just for the dipping sauce. So that's pretty good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this ginger. And then this is going to go on really low. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this ginger. You can't even see that. Ginger that I got today. And it's dried. I was going to get the fresh stuff, but honestly, you really want to cook that for a little bit longer. Just add about that much, just for flavor. Maybe a little more. Okay. So just a little bit of ginger. And then, of course, my ride or die, the minced garlic. Put garlic on freaking everything. So I'm going to use about that much. Because it's not very much sauce. It's just like the extra, you know, to pour over and whatever like that. And there's only 2 of us, so I don't need a crazy amount. So just going to kind of stir that up a bit. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. Okay. So we do all that. I'm actually going to squeeze a bit of lime in there as well, just for added flavor. So just 1. So we got some teriyaki ginger lime garlic sauce going on. All right. So we do that. Then I'm going to add some crushed red pepper as well, just for some added flavor. This is totally, I did not get this sauce recipe. I mean, if somebody made this, great, but this is literally just my own concoction at this point. I'm going to add a little more teriyaki sauce, though. Okay. You can't even see that. It's so dark. Okay, so we're just going to let that simmer. So I'm going to put the lid on. Then I'm going to go back to my vegetables here. Ooh. Sorry, I might have fogged you up. And I'm dropping shit. Yeah. So see, it's steaming really nicely. And at the very end, once all of these vegetables are sauteed to my liking, I'm going to add some of this teriyaki sauce here. And this goes a long way. I mean, really. So I'm going to add some of that and then some garlic as well. So, kind of see how we're progressing here. Sorry about my dirty stove. It is clean. It's just, it's not even dirty. It's just old. All right. So I am going to let that continue to saute. The lid back on there. Okay. So I got that going. And I've got my sauce on low. And really, the whole point here, when you make actual homemade teriyaki sauce, the point of putting it on the stove is to let the sauce thicken and then add the, let all the flavors marry together and then add the cornstarch and water later on. But with this, I'm essentially just heating it up and I'm melding all the flavors together with that because I'm cheating a little bit today. Oops. So, once this is all done, I will show you the next step. All right, you guys, so all of the vegetables are softened, sauteed, simmered, whatever the hell. All right, so I'm going to add a little more of the minced garlic. Not a little more, but I added it to there. I'm going to add some minced garlic. Okay. Then I'm going to add some of the teriyaki sauce. And this teriyaki sauce, okay, there's sodium in every teriyaki sauce. But this one is not bad at all. At all. And it's really low on calories. Alright, so I'm going to turn it up a bit. And I'm just going to mix all that together. my gosh. I'm telling you, I feel like I've said this in my other videos too. I wish there was a damn smell button. Kind of want to... There we go. And now we're cooking. Literally. I'm so corny. Sorry. Oh my gosh, that teriyaki sauce smells like heaven. You hear that? Ooh, sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Alright. So I've still got the sauce going, and that's going to go the whole time that I'm over here cooking stuff up. Yeah. Alright. So that is totally done. And beautiful and wonderful. Sorry, I'm trying to bring it closer. I'm going to fog you up. There it is. All softened. Alright, so once again, I'm getting ready to do the tofu here. So I'm heating up the pan, and I completely forgot to add in the sesame seeds. So I get the Fiesta brand sesame seeds to the sauce. So a little bit. There. And then the pan is beginning to warm. So, again, some olive oil. Into the pan. Into the pan it goes. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. They're outside wreaking havoc. They're outside with my husband right now. So, coat the whole pan. Like so. And then I usually just feel above it. Do not stick your damn hands in the oil. Do not do it. But I just feel some heat radiating. There's a little bit of bubbling. So I'm going to go ahead and add the tofu. So here it is. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Turn the heat up just a little. And you really want to, with tofu, I found that you don't really want to stir it too much. It's very spongy. So anything that happens to the surface that's touching the pan is going to cook through. So at the very last minute, you really want to, that's when you want to flip it in order to brown it. So I'm going to put the cover on. You want it on medium heat, not high heat. So I'm going to let that cook, and I will show you the finished product. Oh, I was going to say too, so with the vegetables, once they're all done, have them in this dish here. Bowl. What is this called? Bowl. And then just keep that warmed up. I put it in my oven. Not on heat, but just in there to keep it warm. Alright, you guys. Ooh-wee. Fogging up the glasses. So, the tofu is nice and golden brown. So, I'm going to add a little teriyaki. For extra flavor. There we go. I know it seems like there's a lot of teriyaki sauce in this, but there's really not, because I put a lot in the sauce, but that's just because this is going to be used multiple times. But other than that, I mean, there was just a little bit in the vegetables, a little bit in here. I'm not going to add garlic into here. I already added salt and pepper, but I'm not going to put garlic because I don't want it to be overwhelming, because I already put some garlic in the vegetables, and I put garlic in the sauce. Garlic is a strong spice to mess with. So anyway, so it should look something like that. Okay. Okay, so now I've got this water boiling for the brown rice noodles. I've had the rice noodles in water for about 3 hours, just to soften them a bit. I've drained, Pioneer Woman, of course. I've drained the water out, so they're softened. And then all I have to do is bring this water to a boil and cook them for 2 to 3 minutes. All right, you guys, so the water is a-boiling. Hot, hot, hot lid. Okay, I'm going to turn it down just a bit because I don't want to scorch the noodles because they've already been soaked. So I'm going to add the rice noodles into the pot. Okay. Or mercy. All right. And then I am going to put just a little bit of salt, or, well, the fake salt accent. And for the love of God, I feel like I've said this in pretty much all my other videos that I've cooked. And do not add olive oil to any noodle. Do not do it. Please don't do it. Oil and water do not like each other. Okay? They don't. The water does not properly absorb into your noodles and cook correctly if you add oil that repels the water. Okay? Simple. So, I turned the heat down initially just to add them, to get them used to the water because they were in cold water. But then you want to bring it back up to a boil, which I've got right now going on. So that's the trick to any sort of pasta. Water, salt. Boil the water continuously until the pasta is done. That's it. My Pioneer Woman wooden spoon. And these, like, literally, they're already pretty much done. Look at that. Yep. So that's the whole point, because they're gluten-free. And so a lot of gluten-free pastas fall apart really easily. And that's why you want to soak them first, get some water absorbed into them, boil them for just a couple of minutes, and that's it. You're done. It's super simple. So I will have this on here for about another 30 seconds. Then I'm going to drain them. And then I will add a little bit more of the teriyaki. I know there's teriyaki on everything, but it's really just a little bit just to meld everything together. And then I will toast the almonds, and we are ready to assemble the lettuce wraps. All right, so one of the last steps for the toppings is to roast the almonds. Roast, toast, whatever. So I just got, I'm pretty sure they're raw. I don't know. These sliced almonds. Okay. So all that I'm going to do is heat up this pan, which is not quite done yet. Olive oil, almonds, a little bit of the fake salt. Brown them a bit. And then they can be used for the topping. Okay, so now that my pan is heated up, I am going to add a little bit of olive oil, and I mean like actually a little bit, because it's not very much. Because I don't have much to put in here, just the almonds. So I'm gonna let that go. And then again, I'm going to take the almonds and sprinkle them in the pan. A little more. Just because I love them. And I can put those in my toasted almonds. Oh my gosh. I can put those in my granola in the morning with my yogurt. Sorry. Trying to close this back up. Alright. So, and this is on low heat. I'm just gonna stir that around a bit. Stir that around a bit. Lord have mercy, it's late. Well, it's not that late. It's just that I did the vlog today, so a little bit of my fake salt. Toast them on up. All right. So I am going to crisp those, and I'll show you the finished product, and then we will assemble the lettuce wraps. All right, you guys, so everything is done. Almonds toasted. They look a little burned, but they're actually toasted. And then I have my lettuce boats. Oh my god, darn. All right, so these are the lettuce boats that I use. Okay, so now it's just assembly, and that's it. So, got the lettuce boats here, and I'm going to lay down the noodles first. So, I have my noodles here, my rice noodles. Okay, so rice noodles, and they're sticky rice noodles, very sticky. My hands are clean, by the way. I don't touch food without clean hands. See if my meat and potatoes husband likes this. He will. He will, he will. He likes this stuff too. He's very strange. He either likes completely healthy or steak and potatoes. Okay, so it should look like that. The noodles down. Alright, so next we're going to put the veggies. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright, so we got the veggies, and then I have the tofu. Okay, so veggies next. So you're just layering, that's all. Just a layering. Gosh, these are pretty badass lettuce boats, I'm not gonna lie. I've had, when I've made lettuce wraps in the past, I've had some that just do not hold up. And you want to let this stuff cool also, because obviously you're going to wilt the lettuce. So, and this has been cooling for quite some time. So, do all that. Oh, and I forgot to mention also, this recipe I got online, and it is, I believe I said in my vlog video that it was chocolate covered Kate, but it's actually chocolate covered Katie. So it's a recipe blog. Sorry, I just hit the computer. Alright, so there it is with the veggies on. Then we're going to add the tofu. tofu. Okay. So now we've got that. So we have the noodles, the vegetables, and the tofu. Next, I'm going to add some of these almonds. So, pick them up like that. Crispity crunchities. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then I've got the avocado here, and it's part of the topper. So I have this avocado cutter, and it's actually got a little device for the pit. So take the pit out. Bam. And cut the avocado. That's pretty badass. I like that. I'll keep that utensil. So the avocado on top. Avocado. It's like a taco, but not. Kind of weird. Okay. So got the avocado on, and then I'm going to take some feta crumbles, and I'm going to sprinkle that on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm from Wisconsin. Gotta have lots of cheese. Okay. Then okay. So I'm going to add one extra thing to my husband's sauce that I'm not going to add to mine, and it's this hot chili oil. So I don't really care for it. Hot stuff. So there's that. Just a little. So. Okay. So then at this point, it should look something like this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look delicious. If I do say so myself. And I do. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to take some of this sauce. And I'm just going to drizzle it. And I have extra dipping sauce that I'm going to plate this with. So I'm not going to put too much, because if I know my husband, he's just going to want to dunk it. So, just like so. Alright, then I've got the extra sauce right here, which I'll plate this with. And then I'm just going to add some lime juice. So, just a little. I'll let him do whatever he wants. Lime. Lime. Just to pull the flavors. And there you have it, everybody. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!